At an opening briefing, G20 summit organisers outlined the agenda. Numerous working groups discussing topics ranging from trade to climate change, all under the umbrella slogan, solidarity, equality and sustainability. But there's a glaring omission among the guests. The US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, will not be present, boycotting the event to protest what the Trump administration wrongly says are plans by the South African government to seize land from white farmers. The sanction, formalized in one of the many executive orders signed by President Donald Trump in the last month. It's titled, Addressing Egregious Actions of the Republic of South Africa.
Terrible things are happening in South Africa. The leadership is doing some terrible things.
In his State of the Nation address, the South African president had a message of his own without mentioning Trump's name.
We are, as South Africans, a resilient people, and we will not be bullied. We will speak with one voice in defense of our national interests.
President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the opening address, and in this first G20 meeting on the African continent, he's expected to focus on narrowing the gap between the global north and south.
South Africa is always wanting to put the Africa agenda on the agenda, and it's about, yes, we need our independence, we need our sovereignty, we need to make our own decisions, but we are in a globalized world. We have to interact with each other.
It's a message at odds with the US administration that is creating a policy rooted in the principle of America first. Organisers here are adamant that the absence of a high-level US delegation will not impact the proceedings of this gathering. They point out too that the US will be represented at a cabinet level at the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting in Cape Town next week. It would appear that this apparent slighting of this gathering by the US is aimed more at South Africa than the G20 as a whole. The question not on the agenda but in the air: will President Trump attend the Heads of State meeting later this year when South Africa hands over the G20 presidency to the United States? Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.